Well, hello guys, and welcome to today's episode of Crafting Khalden. And as you can see behind me, there's a bunch of different stuff, and we are not on the server. However, this is about the server. So, with the new blocks, I've decided that I want to build the Elvin district on our server out of the new blocks. And I've got four different design concepts that we're going to look at. So this one here is the first one, and I'm thinking that the embassy could be a large elephant, and the other buildings could be safari inspired. And basically what the plan would be, we'll just come over to his ear, is we would have this little spot to kind of look out and check everything out and go, hey, what's going on? We're the elves. And then inside would be where everything would happen. So you'd come up the mouth in, and you could have different rooms in here. You could have just the head, or you could have the whole body as well. I don't think an entire elephant of this size would fit in the space that we have, but we could definitely work with a head. Off the back, we could probably do some sort of water feature to try to hide the fact that it's just a flat or slightly contoured back, but I do like the idea of just one big elephant head. Now, one of the other things that we could do, this trunk would come up and possibly land kind of right where the town hall would be. So you could come in and check things out there, or you could do a walking path down lower and come up in its mouth. I don't know, haven't really decided. But this is the first option for the Elvin district. And I'm going to come over here and show you guys the second option. Way, way, way over here. So the second option would be a Firefly. It's much smaller. It would fit. I don't know exactly how we would transfer this kind of design style over to smaller towns and buildings, but we probably could. Hang out, come in his mouth, and then you would have small little stuff going on in here, the floors and whatever you would need. I think this has a lot of potential. Maybe clean up the colors, that kind of stuff. But it's definitely a better size build. So that's our second option. We have the Firefly option. Now our third option is over here. And that option would be like a big tree of life right in the middle of the city. Then you could come in, say over here. There we go. And you would have everything in here for your embassy. Now I do like this option because I think it's very Elvin to do nature, forest, that kind of stuff. But again, it has some drawbacks, size being one of them. It's a fairly large build. And now let's come over here and take a look at our fourth build. So this one's a lot more, I guess, city style, bit of a water feature, that kind of stuff. You'd come in, have a little bit of our nature grass, some nooks in here, nice tall ceilings, tall windows. It's a lot more of, I guess, a building and less like a fantasy structure, but it still kind of has that look. And I think it's got a lot of stuff to work with. So that's the four mock-ups that we're working on. Maybe I can come over here and we can see everything. Just see everything. So I gotta move a little bit closer or change my render distance. So the first off, we have the Firefly option. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just put in the comments Firefly if you like this one. And then we have our next option, which is our Tree of Life. The next option would be these, I guess, fantasy houses with big windows and using the walls for the interior parts of the walls and then a structure on the outside. And then the other option is the elephant head, which again, we would probably just do the head because this is a fairly large build, and then off of that we could do different things in the actual district itself for the houses. So that's the four options I'm looking at. They're all using most of the new blocks. Before we do that, I just want to do one little thing. And that was put shaders on. So now that we have shaders on, you can kind of just get a second opinion look at them. Might change your mind. So yeah, this is the elephant head. Fairly simple design, fairly large build, has a lot of space to put stuff in it, and it's very like safari style. The rest of the buildings would be of a safari style using the new blocks. Then we have our tree of life, which would mean that our town would be a lot of forest type stuff that we would be building in the district. Then we have our fantasy build, which is this one right here. Let's just pop inside because I think this is the only one that kind of has an interior. And there you have it. We've got water flowing, ponds, that kind of stuff. And the other one is our firefly. Takes a little bit to get over here. Kind of built it out of the way. And then this is our firefly bug build. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go down, right down there in those comments, and let me know which two you think I should spend more time on, or if you already like one right away, say that you like it right away, and then we can go from there. But I'm looking at taking two of these builds and going back over them and revamping them into something bigger, better, a little bit more, and hopefully we'll have our embassy building for the server. So let me just pop over and I can show you guys exactly where that's going to be. Okay, so here we are back on the server in Gallstock, and right behind me here is where we're planning on putting the Elvin embassy. So as you can see, there's not a lot of space in here. We could probably fit a tree, we could fit a house, we could fit the bug, but we're not going to fit an entire elephant, so it would be just the head, something fun. Maybe the entrance is right here. You can walk in through its mouth, and there it is. Now, the other thing that I want to show you guys real quick is just over here. So this is the area where we're going to build our actual district and our houses. So it is a fairly large space, and we have a lot of room to do different things. I think this is just a useless sign. Yep, this is just a sign telling us this is the elf district. So yeah, we have a good amount of space here to build something, but as you can see around it, we have this, houses over here, there's the face still hanging out, happy as can be. We have these buildings over here, and this. So as far as height goes, we don't want to be taller than the tower, and we don't want to be taller than the cathedral. So if we start building a whole pile of big safari animals, it's going to get crowded real fast. So in here, I'm going to try to stick more to a house style, but I'm going to let you guys decide what inspires that style. Is it going to be the elephant head? Is it going to be the firefly? Are we going to use the fantasy building? Or are we going to do stuff in trees? So again, let me know down in the comments which one should I work on, or which two I should say. So we're going to eliminate two right away from everything, and then we're going to work with the other two. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.